At least 52 people have died and more than 50 others have been injured after a juice factory in Bangladesh caught fire. The fire broke out last night and continues to rage on. There is no word on how many workers are still trapped inside. Authorities say they could have saved more lives had the factory supervisor not locked the stairwell. He locked it. This is not the first time workers in Bangladesh are losing their lives to negligence, corruption and lax enforcement of safety laws. Our next report brings you a timeline of Bangladesh's factory disasters.
This is a juice factory in Bangladesh. It used to be one. The building caught fire on the 6th of July. The blaze originated on the ground floor, traveled all the way up, and trapped all of the building's occupants. Normally, there would be over 1,000 workers in the factory, but many of them had left for the day when the fire broke out. Some workers jumped off the burning factory. Mohammed Saiful was among them.
On the third floor, gates on both stairwells were closed. Other colleagues are saying there were 48 people inside. If that's true, not even their remains could be found.
Narayanaganj is located some 20 kilometers from the capital city of Dhaka. 18 firefighters were rushed to the area from Dhaka and nearby towns. Distraught relatives also arrived at the spot looking for information of their loved ones.
We came here because my niece was not answering her phone for a while, and now the phone is not ringing at all. We are worried.
Almost 24 hours on, firefighting units are still struggling to douse the fire. So far, at least 52 people have died and 50 others have been injured. There is no word on how many workers remain trapped.
Relatives and eyewitnesses of the missing workers say none of the workers on the 4th floor of the 6-story building could get out because the security in charge kept the collapsible gate closed. They say 60 to 70 workers worked on that floor and many of them are still missing. Relatives of the missing workers are now crowding in front of the factory. Victims' family claims that the fire broke out due to the negligence of the factory authorities.
Bangladesh has a history of deadly factory fires. 123 people died in the year 2010 when a house illegally storing chemicals caught fire. In 2012, a garment factory fire on the outskirts of Dhaka killed over 112 people. In 2013, 1,100 people died after a multi-story building called the Rana Plaza collapsed. Bangladesh pledged reforms, but little changed on the ground. In 2019, a fire broke out in Old Dhaka. It ripped through shops and warehouses, killing at least 67 people. Another 25 people were killed later in the year when a commercial building caught fire. Bangladesh is a manufacturing hub for many big Western brands, but little or no heed is paid to the conditions of the workers here. Manufacturing facilities often flout safety norms. Rampant corruption and lax enforcement add to the misery of the workers. And sometimes their colleagues higher up on the ladder seal their fate. This time it was the factory supervisor.
The exit to the 3rd floor stairwell was locked. If the workers could have reached the rooftop, we could have saved them, like the 25 people we rescued with our crane. Only if they could have reached there, we would have been able to save them.
My son called me and said, "Oh mother, a fire broke out." After a while, his colleague called me and said he is no more. How could he survive? The supervisor locked the stairwell exit and there was fire reaching the stairs already.
With inputs from Lakmena Jasmi Soma in Dhaka. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.